I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Okay, round two. Back from the dead. Try again one more time. We're back live here on 10 Drink Minimum. It's Sunday. It's early. People are messaging me for no random reason on...
Not for random reasons.
Well, yeah.
For specific ones.
For specific reasons, yeah. So, Billy's here. Say hello, Billy.
Hello. How are y'all doing? You know what's weird? I do wake up... Well, you'll be gone, but I still hear that messenger thing go off every 5 minutes from your room.
Oh, it's probably my iPad, probably.
And I'm like, oh, somebody's messaging me. No, it's just Chris, and it goes off all the fucking time.
I'll try to turn that off more often.
That's hilarious.
James is alive. We'll get to that.
Yep.
James is here and he's alive.
I made it.
My mom says hi.
Hi.
For the second week in a row, we have Holly Ann Bird, local comedian.
Hello.
Holly Ann.
Holly Ann.
Holly Ann.
That's a medium level, like, scolding middle name. I guess you want, like, a Marie. Like, Holly Marie.
Well, I have a separate middle name, too.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Holly Ann's your first
is
name?
My
Yeah,
whole
that's
first
the
name.
First name.
What?
Yeah.
That's... well, I guess that's not...
I mean, it's crazy.
Okay, it is pretty crazy. I didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
That's
no,
fucked up.
It's fine. I'm named after a Boston song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a really great song.
Which Boston
Oh,
song?
that's-
Holly Ann.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. It's a not really like a radio banger.
Yeah, no, it's not
Oh.
a radio banger. I was
Okay,
not
well then-
named
well then
Amanda.
who cares?
I know, right? It doesn't
JK,
matter.
JK.
It's like me saying I was named after the band James.
Is there a band? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoops. I was like, what? Oh, yeah. Would they play that song, Laid?
Yeah.
I forgot about that song.
Yeah, you barely remember him, right?
Oh, yeah. What was that song, though?
I didn't know there was a band called James.
Oh, yeah. It's from the
I
90s.
didn't either.
Oh, you do. Let me see if I can
I
play.
do.
Because I think I can play, like, how long can you play? Like 30 seconds before they'll kill it?
6 seconds.
Really?
Is it?
Well, that was the whole thing behind Vine. I think is like it's like universal copyright if it's under like 6 seconds. That's why Vine.
Exists.
Yeah.
No, it no longer exists, but yeah, why it existed.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore?
No.
Oh, I
'cause
miss Vine so fucking much.
Yeah.
Twitter bought it and then folded it, right? Am I right?
Yeah, and it's so weird. I guess they weren't making enough money, but it brought me so much freaking joy. Now I have to get my.
but it brought Billy joy.
So
Yeah.
much joy.
I liked Vine as well, actually.
I love Vine, and I hate. I don't hate. I have to resort to Instagram video comedy now, which is mediocre at best.
Mediocre.
Let's see if I can play some of these. It doesn't play it.
Right. It was a random reference. We don't
It
know.
was a shot in the dark, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so did James have a banger in the 90s?
Yeah.
Like one.
Yeah, called Laid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will follow my pride. I will smoke on the line.
Not that.
No.
Close, though.
Same genre.
But I do enjoy Snapchat. One thing I don't like about Snapchat is that you can only see it once, and it's hard to like re-watch it.
Yeah.
As far as, but anyway, I love my Snapchat. That's kind
It's
of
true.
what-
Vine was really nice because you could be like, oh, in this one.
and it
Yeah.
loops.
Yeah.
There's always that one. It was like the one making fun of like Notorious B.I.G., but it was also what's her face,
Oh, Paula Dean.
Paula Dean. It was Paula Dean reading Paula magazine, getting high on the heavy cream, something like.
It was great.
Yeah, I was like, that was pretty awesome. So did you get a beer?
I did not get a beer.
Smiley, they have beers in there. We got special beers for you.
What?
we found out about your allergy.
Oh.
So we
So we got the ones that you're allergic to.
Oh, good.
Congratulations.
Yay. I love it. You guys just want me to go crazy.
Are there
So I
actual special beers in here?
No, but I mean, well, no. Well, yeah, we talked about it on the last show.
So I have a friend, and I don't know if this is true, and it doesn't sound right to me, but she only drinks Corona.
The Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
But she only drinks Corona because she says that it's gluten-free.
What?
Oh, no. She's wrong.
That's a dirty lie.
It's lies.
I don't know. Let's find out.
It's wheat free. I don't. It's not gluten free.
I don't think any.
Maybe it's wheat. Maybe is it two different things? You can
It's beer free is what it is.
pick or choose.
Corona is made out of corn. So if you're allergic to wheat,
Like the band?
I can have it.
Okay.
And like
So maybe it's wheat that she.
and Pabst is made out of rice, so I can have
Oh,
it.
it's made out of rice?
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
No,
So-
it's not gluten free because it has hops, barley, yeast, and water. So yeah, it's definitely got
So maybe it's wheat that she's like not.
Yeah.
not-
Said
Yeah.
dirty liar. Dirty liar.
Lies.
It might be wheat. Yeah. She has
Okay.
a wheat intolerance.
Could you get me one of those fantastic Blue Ribbon winning beers?
It's an award-winning beer,
It's
guys.
award winning.
It's won some awards. Well, one.
That's all we drink is award winning.
Two awards. I know all my Pabst facts.
I don't really think that's true.
I would guess other than just adding weird flavors to beer now, like
Yeah.
you think they perfected it back like in the day. So really that you can't get any better than Pabst.
What I
It
think-
won that Blue Ribbon and
Yeah.
fucking they could just quit making beer after that.
What
Or
I
quit-
want to say about Pabst Blue Ribbon is they have the vented can. Did they need to make a fucking commercial to tell you? No, they just
No.
did it and just said,
It's just
"Cool,
there.
This is good for you. Thanks,
Drink it.
thanks,
ju-
Pabst, for doing things for me and didn't even tell me about it. Just did it. You're
No.
not bragging. Nothing.
We just want you to drink our product easier and faster.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like the beer can that gets the second opening near the bottom.
Yeah.
It's just going to have like pre-made where you just pop the second opening and then you can open the top and just shotgun it. I'm
Perfect.
surprised that hasn't happened yet.
is that something that already exists, or is that your idea?
That's my idea. Don't steal it, a-holes.
A beer with a second opening. That's a great idea.
So you can just, you don't have to punch it with the key
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like
or bite into it, like a real drinker should.
Just bite the can.
I will say that though, it hasn't like making beer drinking faster kind of become like not a thing because it's dangerous. Because didn't they have like the vortex bottle?
Oh, yeah.
top?
Yeah. And then like basically it just said it came out of the bottle faster, but they didn't really like expand on that because you don't want to sit there and promote that you're promoting like speed drinking.
yeah, no, I remember that.
Someone in the chat, Smiley, wants you to say World's Fair history facts. Go, is what they said.
They World's Fair history facts go.
That's what it says.
He just did.
He said it.
I did. I just
Done.
said that.
Winner.
Done.
Now what?
Task
Yeah.
accomplished.
Man. So welcome back for the second week, Holly.
Thank you.
You had such
Thanks for
fun the
having me.
first week. You're like, I want to come back again.
Yeah,
Did you
absolutely.
get any feedback where people were like, that was trash?
Actually, it's funny that you bring this up. So I was hanging out with some friends last night, and this morning we get up, and I think last night we talked about it too while we were drinking. But apparently they watched the whole thing, and they were also very interested in my history at 203.
Everybody sees, yeah, man.
I got a lot of feedback on that.
I got that at work.
Oh,
Everybody
really?
was like, I was watching your show Sunday, and that was crazy. They're like, thank you for like stopping it and then going back to that. Because I was like, hold on, we're gonna go back to that. And they're like, man, I heard of that place, but I've not thought about it in a long time. So that I'll just say this: there was a lot of people who were interested, and Billy missed out on this. Did we even tell you about that? She used to work. Yeah, you
brushed up on it in the second hour.
Yeah, so that was like a really, like, I will say out of the last couple of years, the most feedback I've ever gotten on an episode in a while, like where people literally walked up to me and said, Man, that was fucking crazy when I was listening to your show the other day about that strip club.
Well, I feel like...
Underbelly.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like anytime I'm telling stories on things, it's going to get crazy. Because I'm kind of an open book. Like, you can ask me anything and I'll probably tell you.
You're like the little kid.
Especially with the warrant. Oh.
You were like the little kid, like somebody, like you would kind of, you know, hey, we're going to leave you. And then usually normal kids would cry, but you'd be like, that's fine. I'm just going to go.
It's cool, man. It's cool. Can I make some macaroni and cheese? Am I at that level yet? Am I there?
That was literally the most exciting day of my life was when my mom was like, you can make macaroni and cheese while I'm at work.
I have news for you. Probably the most exciting day for her for a while. She's like, fuck. She's like, cook something. Yeah. And it's probably one of those things you're not tired of quickly. So you're like, can I make mac and cheese? Your mom's like, yes.
Absolutely.
Cook some hot dogs in the microwave. Cut them up. Throw them in. Mix it up.
I had a soup-related injury when I was a kid.
Oh, no.
Whereas I cooked my own soup, ramen, and I ended up spilling it on my leg. So I have this giant scar along my right.
You still have the scar?
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, my gosh.
How much did you sue the Top Ramen company for?
I don't think we did sue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you should have.
But it was, I had to go to the emergency room, and it was like, I don't know what the degree of burn it was, but there's a huge scar still.
Did they take your parents out of the room? They're all, young William, you can tell us. Did your parents do this?
Oh my God, they didn't ever, they did not tell me any of that. But I did get a special, like wrapping that they invented just for whatever the top part of your leg is. Yeah. And it was, they invented it for me.
And for you?
Well, they custom made it for me.
I'm gonna say there's probably a lot of burns right there on the leg from soup and coffee.
Oh my God, what happens to your junk if that happens?
Oh, burns.
Oh man,
burns. I'm not sure, but I'm sure
you don't really want to know.
I'm sure you could Google it and find photos.
Yeah.
Oh, coffee, fucking ramen. Say you're taking a to go microwave.
Somebody's like, you can sue him for the 0.07 cents you bought the ramen for.
Oh my gosh.
Hey man, college was a rough time in a young man's life. Ramen saved me sometimes.
And now that I think about it, it is literally 4 to 5 inches away from my junk.
Yeah.
I never thought about that until you said something.
So
that's the first thing I thought of.
I went to the hospital.
You're vague.
When I was a kid, I got stitched up. I got stitched up right on my right eye, and then twice on my head. Once I fell off the couch and hit a vase and just ripped my eye open, and then the next time I was swinging on a clothesline over a sidewalk, and I swung out and it just broke and it bang hit my head right on the sidewalk. So the third time I went to the hospital, they took me in a room and they asked me if my parents were abusing me.
Oh no!
You had been to the hospital that often
yeah.
I do stupid shit.
Yeah.
My dad got surgery a couple years ago, and he was high on the painkillers or whatever, and I guess they asked him, if he was safe at home because all hospitals ask you that all the time. And I have my dad's personality, so he's a lot like me. So
let's wait till before the morphine to ask questions like that.
Yeah, let's not ask somebody doped up. But so my dad and I are very similar in that we do anything. We are very motivated by what's going to be funny, right? So my dad decides it's hilarious to be actually, no, she beats me.
Oh, wow.
And my mom had been out getting a soda or something, and she comes back and they're like, ma'am, you need to leave. We need to talk to him. And they took it very seriously. And he learned a very valuable lesson that day. They called the cops. It was a whole thing.
Oh, dang. They thought maybe she
And then he said, no, I'm just kidding. And they're like, yeah, that's just because she came back in the room. It's okay. You're safe now. And the best part about it is my dad is ginormous. I have a very tall, very big dad, and my mom's average. So the fact that they protected him so intently,
you can't hurt him here.
I can understand that because how my family tends to have the same mentality. Well, at least me and my brother do. One time he went into a bank and he just handed the teller a note saying that he had taken me hostage and they had to give me money so that he could take him back to my family because we didn't look very much alike.
Oh my
How
God.
old were you then?
I was probably 5.
Oh my god!
So I didn't realize, and my brother's like 9 years older than me. So he's like, I was forced to take him hostage. You have to give me money, or they won't let me bring him back.
This sounds like that Netflix movie show, the bomb on the neck kind of shit.
That was a crazy documentary.
I haven't got to. I fell asleep during it, but that's not because it was boring. I just lay down and fall asleep during things.
Huh?
That's what I do now.
The cops got called on that one too.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh man.
That's crazy.
My mom had to come in and explain they were both in fact her children. And the older one was just making a joke.
Oh,
it had taste.
I bet your mom was so happy.
We'll talk at home.
I would say to my credit though, like people do try. I'm quick on calling bullshit on something like that. So I'm like, oh great, this comedian over here, and it happens at my work a lot. And well, not to that extreme, and like to how morbid that shit was, but they're like, oh, like whatever. God, what was it? What happened the other day? But anyway, they're trying to pull a fast one on me, and then they're for the sake of jest, and I'm just like, okay, go along with it for just a couple more minutes. But that's it.
How often at your job do people call in and you're all bullshit? They're not sick.
I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I'm one of those employees who like keeps their head down and don't make waves and just mind your own business. This is why I don't hang out with like coworkers.
Smart, good deal. That's a good deal. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good idea. I don't know. So I gotta transition to this. James and I and Billy made a movie this weekend.
Whoa.
Yeah, we were involved.
We did the 48-hour. Well, it's still in the process. So there's editing right now as we speak. So I got involved with the 48-hour film festival, which meant James and Billy got involved with the 48-hour film festival.
They got wrangled in.
James is like, I was like, hey, can you do some acting tomorrow? And he's like, well, I work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., but maybe after that. And he ended up like staying up till like 6 o'clock.
Oh my god!
He was so tired.
I was so tired. Yeah, I was filming on one thing or another for like 22 and a half hours.
Oh my
god!
God.
He was supposed to be just an extra, and then they're like, no, you're one of the main characters. Here's your lines.
Yeah, and I was like, I got to learn my lines. And I was like, I was all cool, like, it's just like a stunt scene. They're like, no, you got these lines. I'm like, God damn, I got to do a stunt and have lines at the same time.
I will say this: he was really good. He was one of the best actors in the whole thing. I also acted in it. I never got to see my thing, but I got to watch his. So he was really good. He didn't chew up the scenery or anything. He did like the first take. He kind of like you could tell he was just saying the lines. And then by like the second, third take, you could tell he was like putting the emotions behind it. And he was really good at it. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, it's literally what I do for a living.
I could not do that. I don't understand how like these like soap operas how they film every day and you have to memorize your lines every day. That's fucked up.
That's crazy.
And for Smiley,
several pages of dialogue a day.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. And had Smiley did that. I could not memorize lines. I would be stumbling over my words. I would stutter. I would be sweating.
I had 3 lines, so it wasn't really too bad. I had to do a German accent.
The chopper, that's 4.
That's hard.
Huh?
Get to the chopper, that's 4 lines.
Get to the chopper. No, I had to be a German brewer. They wanted me to wear a lab coat, and I kept telling them, I'm like, you do know brewers don't really wear lab coats. That's not a thing.
They're all German ones do.
And they were like, can you... Like, I didn't realize... They didn't tell me I was going to be German till about 10 minutes before the scene. And I had to say, the recipe! Alarm! Get them! That was my lines.
Good job, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
For
it's
those
okay.
lines.
I didn't even know I had lines until the scene was happening.
I didn't either,
no.
so that's to be fair. And then Billy did all the music.
Aw. I saw your Instagram story. So
Yeah, it was...
That's cool.
I didn't see a script.
No.
I was not involved in like the planning. All Chris sent me was 3 texts saying, "Hey, we need this type of song, and then this type." I was like, okay.
And he nailed all 3, like with no problem.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure it was a problem. I'm sure it wasn't the most fun to do, but
It took a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give them shit.
No.
I think, but the last song, I was like, that's good enough.
No, that was good. Which is funny because like what he considers shit, they were like. So what they did before was the one guy's dad is a musician, and he would send him like a couple of like guitar riffs and some bass riffs, and then that's what they would put in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So anything that's like movie type quality, they're like, what the shit, So they were pretty impressed.
Well, it's good because I did work with my recording program, which I never used the MIDI effects. What with the symphonies, stuff like that. It's really cheesy sounding. It sounds like an N64 game.
Yeah,
but I had fun doing it.
And the movie's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it gets turned in by 6:30 so we can be up for the main award. I don't know if we'll win, but it was fun. It was eye opening. I learned a lot.
So what you're saying is when you hire Tendrick Minimum on a job, you get quality.
You get quality, motherfucker. I was the producer, kind of. I found out the word producer, like the root word is produce. So like you actually have to produce things. So I actually got the locations and everything for us.
You got the actor and you got the
2 actors, music, and 2 locations.
See, that's your producer,
Yeah. I was producing, and I sat in a chair and I watched over everything just to make sure.
You guys had a much more productive weekend than I did.
Oh, we did? What did you do?
Okay, let me see.
Drinking.
I drank a lot. No.
Spit on a rich man.
I did. Well.
Just kidding.
Look, I mean, technically, maybe. No, I just I worked on my script on Friday. Stayed in, watched ER.
Cried because of ER.
Cried because of ER. Definitely cried.
That's Grey's Anatomy, right? That's one of.
Oh yeah, Grey's Anatomy makes me cry every episode. ER just makes me cry that I'm so into it. Like it's like
Can I ask what DR is?
ER.
Oh, ER.
ER. Okay. Like from the 90s. I'm still in George Clooney.
She's still catching up on shows.
Yeah, I'm like really behind the times.
She's all this show has George Clooney in it, huh? Huh. Interesting to see what he does in the last episode.
I bought these wonderful earrings from Two Stone Betty's.
Nice.
Shout out to Sada and Kayla. I actually didn't make it to the market to buy them, so they sent me pictures and pulled them for me so I could have them in time for 10 drink minimum.
Y'all. I saw some photos and I had my personal shopper pick them up because outside today it's atrocious.
It's too hot. It's can't.
Too much.
I'm kind of a big deal.
That's how like I'm really stuck on this when someone said that's why your life is like a Kardashian. So one time I was at Tia Betty's Waffleria because I'm white and that's where we go for brunch. And this woman in front of me was like, "Oh, just have your personal shopper just go pick one of those up for you." And I was just so fucking appalled by that. I was like, "You lazy ass motherfucker. Go pick your own shit up."
What else did I do? Oh, and then last night I just I hung out with friends and drank and had fun and I swam.
Ooh, swimming and drinking.
Swimming and drinking, very safe.
I know lots of people who've done that safely. Some who have not.
I'm hoping my parents are not watching this because they'll be like, "Why?"
It's okay. Our parents are.
Yeah. They're all just wait at least an hour to start drinking after you swim.
Oh no, I was drinking in the pool.
That's the way you do it.
That's how you do it.
I literally
once you get the can half full, it floats by itself.
So when I was in college, we would go to the lake every so often. And I remember one of the trips we went, my friend Dinger, that was his nickname.
Whoa, Dinger.
Yeah, he's like, "Throw me a beer." And this girl like throws, I don't even remember who it was, she throws a beer, and then someone says something, and he turns, and it hits him in the head. And you just see him go, boop, boop, boop.
Oh, no.
We had to swim over and get him, and he was like bleeding out of his head. See?
I should not. I'm very accident prone. Like, St. Patrick's Day this year, I broke ribs.
Oh, goodness.
Whose ribs?
Mine.
Oh,
mine. I just punched somebody. I got real Irish.
I got all whiskey drunk and beat the shit out of some bro dudes at Two Fools.
Yeah, I hate those dude bros. Dude bros are the worst.
Yeah, you play rugby, huh? Let's see if you fucking fight. Crack.
I actually don't even know how I broke my rib.
Oh, man, that's even worse.
So I was hanging out with my friend, and I had gone to the Moonshine Blind shows all day, been drinking. I decide I want last call. My friend didn't want to go, so I walk like a block to Last Call.
Oh, Last Call, the restaurant.
Yes. And it wasn't very late, I don't know, but I ran into my friend Sam. I found a picture the next day of me and Sam at Last Call, the restaurant.
He's giving you punches in the ribs.
Yeah, he's just punching me. Well, so the next morning I wake up, and I just think I have the worst hangover ever. Like, the whole right side of my body just hurt. And I'm telling my friend, I'm like, I don't...
How many ribs did you break?
Just one.
Oh,
that's one.
Plenty enough.
It's enough. But I also, my hip was popped out of place. My knee was popped out of place. And I think I was still drunk when I woke up because I didn't quite... I just knew I was in pain. I didn't quite grasp everything.
Oh. You had no localization.
I'm sorry, what did he do to you? Did he body slam you?
We don't know.
Oh.
So what happened is...
We don't know.
Did Lex Luthor... The
next morning I see this. The next morning I see this picture with my friend after I figure out. So I went to urgent care because I thought my liver was going into failure. Like that's literally. I was like, something is wrong. Everything hurts. Like it was like my whole body hurt. And so
every time you took a breath.
Oh yeah.
Or moved.
Or laughed.
I'm peeing blood.
I did not do that. Thank gosh.
Well, that's how you know it wasn't your liver.
Yeah, right. That should have been a clue. But I go to urgent care.
Wow.
And the doctors were like, what did you do? Like, if you did something illegal, you could tell us.
You're all St. Patrick's Day, dude.
Yeah. And they were like, we don't believe you. You can't break a rib and dislocate your hip and not sober up. And I was like, well, clearly you don't understand how much I drink.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't understand the power of horse tranquilizers, sir.
So apparently I left the apartment.
Oh, you do?
To go get tacos. And I come back like 2 hours later or something.
Going to get tacos is something different.
Yeah.
No,
oh
man.
And the box was all mangled, apparently. I don't know. And I have no idea. Sam said I was fine.
Or on the curb. One of the two.
The theory is that I went down to Anodyne to get some more whiskey with a friend. And I probably fell down the stairs at Anodyne. But my favorite theory is that I got in a fight with a hobo over tacos and clearly won because I still had them.
I like how if you fell down the fucking stairs at Anodyne and broke only one rib and only dislocated your hip, good job. Because those stairs would be nasty to fall down.
I don't know. We don't know what happened. I either got hit by a car, got in a fight over tacos, or fell down.
Say hit by a car because I've been hit by over 2 dozen. So
you think it's fair to think that I might have been hit by a car?
And let me put it this way. I've been hit just over 30 times by motor vehicles, and if they think you're drunk, they just leave you there.
Oh my God.
Oh, sure.
So like they'll be like, bam.
I'd leave you.
They're breathing. Vroom, and you're just like,
I would leave you. So I've never broken a rib. I've cracked a rib.
Oh.
But I can honestly tell you that is by far the worst injury I've ever sustained in my entire life. And
especially if you're a laugher.
Yeah.
I
had to do comedy the next day.
Oh, God.
I had to do comedy the day after St. Patrick's. So the day I went to urgent care, I went and did... I was limping. I couldn't move. I got stuck in the bathtub. My best friend had to help me out. Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a bath. Yeah. This will feel better. I get in. So my leg is hurt. And I have a broken rib. I got in the tub fine and then could not get out. It was humiliating. I had to like text her like, hey, are you home?
Can you come to help me?
Can you help me out of the bathtub?
I can't get out of the tub. Three things that are the worst to do with a cracked or broken rib. Coughing.
Yep.
Sneezing.
Yes.
Vomiting.
Oh, yeah. Vomiting.
And I've told this story before. It is the one injury where people think that you are possessed by the devil. Because you're in the store. You're walking through the store gingerly. All of a sudden you go, achoo! To your knees.
I do remember that part a few years ago, and you were in bad shape.
No, you didn't know me when this happened.
Oh, okay. No. Something happened.
Not that. No, I cracked rib and I got dogpiled on a driveway.
Oh, I thought you... What was the thing where you did the waterboard thing?
What? Wakeboarding when I tore my shoulder. That was my shoulder.
Okay.
No, the rib was way worse. I was on the bottom face down, and someone jumped and landed on top of the pile and cracked my sternum.
Oh, shit.
and it's one of those things where you move when you sleep and you wake up immediately, like, oh, like who's stabbing me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just me.
You can't do anything with a broken rib. I was miserable for 6 weeks. Like, it was horrible.
Well, you know who can do something with a broken rib is Marilyn Manson.
He could suck his own pee-pee.
Yeah, so you guys are just, like, low in the game.
All right.
I missed out.
We have to talk about music since you brought that shit up.
Okay.
So, when I first moved here, there was a lot of bands in Albuquerque. And there's still a lot of bands in Albuquerque. Now, this is going to make you mad.
Well, no, I feel like you missed one thing that's really not fun to do with a broken rib.
What's that?
What's that?
It's like ROD.
Sex.
Oh,
yeah.
I wouldn't even try to do that at that point.
I'd
written it off.
I had just started dating a new girl when I got in our first week. I got jackknifed at a punk rock show.
Oh.
And so not only was there a lot of breathing and
jackknifed.
Okay, jackknife is where someone takes their elbow from behind and they jump into you into your back, like you want to get them right underneath the scapula.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's called being jackknifed.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, you're just,
I would have guessed sucking your own D, but
I would have thought like someone got you up in a power bomb and threw you down in the.
No, it's just a mean thing that you do.
Yeah,
I would say
it's just a thing you do
in mosh pits.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy Pete went, followed him outside and beat him up, but
like you do.
Like you do. That's jackknifing someone in a mosh pit is not cool.
It's not kind.
But then I had a date the next day that was expected to go, and man, she's like, "Is everything okay?" And I have like tears coming out. I'm like,
"Yes, I love
great.
You.
This is
great.
This is. Can't you tell from how I'm gasping?"
Oh man! So I got to talk about this show last night. Now,
Ooh.
So there was a reunion show last night at Sister Bar.
I couldn't make it.
Who was it?
It was a band called Glitter Dick.
Oh, Glitter Dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember when I saw Glitter Dick back in the day. I would say, I don't know, what do you think, Billy? 7-8 years ago?
We had Kendall on like 5 years ago.
We had Kendall on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. So I remember them, and I was like I would go to their shows, and I was like, yeah, they're pretty all right. You know, there was never like a moment where I was like, I have to go see Glitter Dick. And I can't figure out, this is where I'm stuck. I can't figure out if it's because there was so many good bands back in the day, or that they've just gotten so much better. Maybe a little bit of both.
Oh,
There's a lot of factors. I mean, I'm sure they're better, and I'm sure like I wouldn't.
I think I have a theory.
Okay.
I think I totally have a theory. I think pretty much music anymore is all pussy. And they came out full throttle fire, and it was amazing. Like, they could have played the worst music of all time, and it was like, fuck yeah. Because we hadn't seen that in so long here. It was crazy. So Kendall comes out. Let me explain this show. Glitter Dick is a band back in the day. They always were doing something controversial.
Shock rock.
And they were like a glam punk band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like there was a show like that was going to be at Launchpad, and they were like they put out word that they were going to burn a Bible on stage.
Yeah.
So people were they were going to protest the show. You know, then they two of the members went on Judge Joe Mathis.
That was awesome.
And sued each other. Because one said that the other one owed back rent, and then he got him banned from an event. He said so. Kendall said that Colin got them banned from an event because he was giving out candy that was laced with LSD, and then threatened to burn the Bible, so they were banned from an event, and then also owed back rent. And then Colin said that Kendall washed all of his adult sex toys in the dishwasher and ruined them. Anyway, there's video of them on Judge Joe Mathis doing this. My favorite line is like Kendall's like, yeah, we were a cover band of the Scandinavian band Turbo Negro. Mm-hmm. And the Judge Joe Mathis goes, Turbo what? and so then he's all, we would paint our faces. He's all, paint your faces how?
Paint your faces how?
So last night I kept saying, some people would say something, I'd go, Turbo what? That was my line last night. So anyway, there was like all this craziness where Kendall left the band and he disappeared, and they found his van, and people thought like something bad happened to him. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he had
they thought he either killed himself or he was killed, or there was some sort of, you know. And then come to find out, he just kind of had some sort of like, you know, mental thing where he needed time to like just kind of go recuperate. So he's been gone for 5 years in China, teaching English or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, he comes
That is
back.
the story.
That's the story. That is the story.
You never know with them, though.
It's true.
And that's part of the fucking thing. So last night, I'm like, you know, we're over at, you know, my lady friend and I were over at Marble, and we're watching some crazy weird like band play stoner jam music, and there's like so many people, they can't all fit on the stage, you know. Anyway,
go ahead.
We decide we're going to go watch Glitter Dick, and we get there right when they're about to play, and it is packed. Everyone's there. The Alibi is there. Brett Maverick, old Captain America's there, you know. And it's like this old vibe of music. And they come out, and Colin's got his like sea captain's, the like Love Boat style hat on, you know. And they come out hard and heavy. And Kendall comes out, and he's got on white suit pants and a jacket that looks like if you made a disco ball into a jacket. And he's got dress shirt on, tie, and suspenders, and he comes out like a evangelical preacher. And he keeps saying like, you know, are you guys ready to, you know, to give your life for our Lord and Savior Satan, you know? And he's like doing all the yelling for Satan, and people are like, all of a sudden people just start like you start to feel the momentum, you know, and they get their first song done, and you know, as time goes on, he starts pulling off his jacket, he starts taking off his clothes, and he's like, "Why am I the only one naked?" You know, and the crowd starts getting crazy. All of a sudden, he brings a woman up on stage, and he starts talking about like bondage, and he takes his microphone and he bondages up this girl in sexual positions, and she's holding like the microphone between both of her hands, like praying, and he's singing into it and like going around and like spanking her and like dragging her around the stage. And I'm just like, what is happening here? This is fucking crazy. So then by the end of the song, he's like unraveled her and put her down like on the stage, and like I'm like, what's happening? And my lady friend's like, well, if he ain't gonna fuck that girl after the end of the show, I don't know what's gonna happen. So we're just like, wow. So then he leaves, and the band starts playing. And he walks out, and he's just got a joint in his hand, and he just lights it, starts smoking it, and then goes, all right, pass this amongst yourself, and just hands it out in the crowd. And everybody starts handing it around, just starts smoking weed. And I'm just like, what the fuck? The cops are going to show up. and then people just start, like, there's a couple people start stage diving or, like, falling into the crowd and crowd surfing again. And I'm like, holy shit, this is what rock and roll was. This is what music was, when it had an edge, and when you went to a show and you were like, the next day you're like, fuck, you missed it. Like, it was a real punch in the face, you know? And he's like, you know, I've left town for 5 years, and I come back and things have changed. He's all, we got Nazis. People are wearing screwdriver patches. And he's like, fuck you. He's like, 'cause that's not what punk's about. And people are like throwing the finger at him. He's like, fuck you. And it just keeps going and going. And then by the end, people are just sweating, and it's like crazy rock amazingness.
Wow.
And they did it, man. And I was like, damn, that was badass. And we like sit down, and we're just kind of like, yeah, that was cool as fuck.
I'm really glad I couldn't make it to that.
Why?
Why? Because I'd be dead today, dude. 22 hours of work and then straight into that, because I wouldn't be able to stop myself.
Nuts, man. It was crazy. I ran into people I hadn't seen in a long time.
Wow.
And it was just, you know,
I wouldn't be able to. I would not have been able to help myself. But been like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get high. Yeah, I'm just gonna start chugging whiskey.
Joined up and started smoking it on stage, and he's like, pass that amongst. He's all, don't bogart. And we just like went around the crowd.
Bro, yeah, we found Smiley dead in the green room.
But when was the last time you saw some shit like that? You know?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, just crazy, insane disregard for good rules of public, you know, everything, just anarchy.
Honestly, I don't know. Probably when I was a teenager, like Crash Worship. I'd like come home with blood and footprints on me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it just kind of, to me, I was like, man, our music is really watered down now. Everybody's like, well, if we do something crazy, we may not get signed, and we may, we might lose, social media and all that. And it's like, damn, man, that's I don't know. Maybe that's why rock and roll's, it's like dying. I don't know.
You know what I've noticed though? A comedian friend and I were talking about this the other day. Is that we think that like punk rock is kind of coming back, in full force a little bit, and
it's
comedy is also kind of coming back.
Yeah,
and
Netflix is bringing it back,
and we think, we're seeing like an uptick in people going to local comedy, and it's like people need a blatant disregard for authority right now.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? Like the country has gone bananas.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I'm not going to get too political, but like the country has gone a little crazy right now. And we were talking about how like through history, punk rock, comedy, like all that stuff, like it's basically you saying fuck you on stage, and it's analog. They can't edit it. Like if you're getting on stage and you're doing something crazy or you're saying something controversial, it can't be edited. It can't be stopped. I mean, I guess it could be stopped, but who's going to stop it, And I think people are craving that. So maybe we're going to see more of this happening again.
I hope so. I was really, whenever all that started happening, I was like, oh boy. I said, somebody's going to, the cops, who knows? But, man, it was a reunion show. I don't know if they're going to play again, but I hope so. That was fantastic. Like, it was legitimately one of the best local shows I've seen in a long time. Just ridiculous how they killed it, And he would fall down on the ground and, he throw the microphone stands. And it was just good old disregard for whatever. It was punk rock.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
And I was just like, damn, that was good. Like, after it was over, I was super tired because I'd done that 48-hour film festival all day. And by that point, I was just like, yeah, woohoo! I had that adrenaline going. It was good. It was really good. And then you'd see, afterwards, it was really funny because, like, you would see you were in Sister Bar, and you would see what I would call a person that doesn't really belong in there. Like this muscle guy in a V-neck, a shirt that the V-neck went down like in the middle of his pecs, and everybody was like looking at him like,
"What are you doing?
What are you doing here, man?" You just had that like angst in the crowd. It was pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I feel like and then the heat too really probably fueled it as well, because we went to Marble, and as we were leaving Marble, a bunch of bro dudes that were like clearly like they had been at a wedding or some sort of formal thing. There were a bunch there. They were like all hanging out, and like when we were leaving, they were all spilling out, and there was like you could see a guy with a glass in his hand outside of Marble, and a fight. Like you could just tell like a fight was, people are pushing, and I was like, all right, good thing we're leaving.
All right,
getting the hell out of it. Something happened at Marble last night. I got to talk about this because I don't get this now. So in the state of New Mexico, when you go buy a beer at the bar, you can carry 2 legally.
Yes.
Apparently not at Marble. I was like,
really?
yeah, I need 2 beers. And she goes, I can't serve you 2 beers. I was like, since when? She's like, yeah, that's our policy. And I go, well, it's for me and my lady friend. And she goes, and you'll need to bring her up here. I was like, why?
Then we'll lose our table.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Thank you. Because, I mean, it's only packed. So then I point to her, and they're like, no. And I go, okay. So I go over there, and I go, well, I can't get you a beer because they won't sell me 2. So then the waitress is walking by, and she goes, hey, can we get some beers from you? And she's like, yeah. And the waitress gets us beers. And I'm just like, what is this fucking crazy shit now?
The only time as a bartender that I ever said no was if I had not made, like, I hadn't seen the person that they're getting alcohol for. So, like, I haven't carded them, and I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the only time I would be. But still.
But I had a stamp. It says I was carded.
So I don't understand why you would.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, that I keep seeing now is you go up to the bar, you buy a drink, and they immediately cash you out and hand you the card back with the thing. What is going on with that?
Well, some of the POS systems, you don't have to hold on to the card anymore.
Oh, no.
So
like, this is where, like, literally I have to go
back. Oh, they
won't
have a tab. They won't open a tab? They did it to me
at Marble. They did it to me at, what was the other place? Tractor yesterday. And I'm like...
That's weird.
You can leave it open. And it's been happening a lot lately to different places. And I'm like, what is, why is that?
Yeah, that always implies to me that, did you just cut me off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got here. I just ordered my first beer. And now I have to pay and then
give you.
I was
so unfriendly.
I was thinking of getting food. Like, keep my card.
Yeah.
That seems like that doesn't make you feel welcome.
No,
it really doesn't.
Like,
thanks for the beer. Get out.
Here, drink this one and then get the fuck out of here.
That doesn't encourage you to buy another one.
I got on my motorcycle, rode away.
Maybe they just don't like making money.
I don't. Yeah.
I know. I mean, I don't get that.
Well.
I mean, and then here's another trend that I saw, and I'm not going to say where, and I'm not going to like call out names or anything, but
2 fools. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But I have noticed a trend of just rude bartenders.
Yes.
Like, I'm one of those people that I love bartending. Yes. I want to get back into it because I genuinely love it, but it's one of those jobs that you can't do if you don't love it.
Yeah.
Right? Because it can get exhausting. You have to have a certain personality. If you hate bartending, please find another job.
Right.
Because usually I'm going into the bar to like enjoy my day. I'm going in there, maybe I had a bad day.
Or to kill a bad day.
Yeah, and so I was at a bar, and the bartender comes up, and she's like, how's your day going, blah, blah, blah. And because I've been a bartender for so long, I always make sure to like converse with the bartender, treat them like a human, kind of thing. I'm not like, give me a drink and I'm never going to talk to you again.
That's an interesting theory.
Right? And
well, at the very least, be efficient.
Yeah.
If you're having a bad day as a bartender, just be like, you can be curt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's your stuff.
But I asked the bartender, so she asked me how my day is. I'm like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? And she's like, well, I'm here.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, that does not make me feel welcome here. That doesn't make me feel like you enjoy being a bartender.
And she farted in her hand. How do you like that?
I did. Okay, I'm going to confess something that I've never confessed publicly before.
Oh, nice. Here we go. Wait.
We do that a lot on the show.
Confessions. When I was a bartender, I'm not going to say where.
2 fools.
Yes, 2 fools.
Just kidding.
No, I've never worked at 2 fools. There was okay. As a bartender, sometimes you get regulars. Okay, they're there every day. As soon as you open the door, you appreciate them, you love them, for the most part.
But you don't love them too much.
But but there are some times where you get a regular that is annoying.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
And I had to be nice to these people because they're there to, like I just said, I enjoy it.
It's your job.
It's your job to be nice and whatever. And so this particular regular got so bad for me that I literally in my head would just be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, shut the fuck up. Like in my head, I would go to the bathroom and just whisper, shut the fuck up, just so I could get it like out of my body, and then I would come back behind the bar.
So it would just pop out accidentally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's really shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so I didn't want to do that. So I go to the bathroom, I'd whisper it to myself, and then I come back. So I found a way. One day I crop dusted him, and then I figured out that it made dealing with him so much better. So I would hold farts in and crop dust this regular every single shift. Every single shift. And I was just waiting for the day that he'd be like, it smells really weird
would you like
in here.
Normal whiskey?
That is.
No, I didn't hear anything.
So that's, I get it. I get having a bad day as a bartender, but at the same time, it's like if somebody asks you,
it's the little things.
Yeah, and also like let people open a tab. Come on, you're gonna make so much money.
Man.
That's what you call a confession?
Oh, well, I mean, it felt like a little bit more of a confession, but it's really just
thank
more...
Thank God I got that off my chest.
I know. Like, I used to fart on this guy. I mean, I would purposely come out from behind the bar and hug him and crop dust him every day. Yes.
Nice.
I mean, it's not that big of a confession. The more I come on this show, the more confessions you guys will get.
Nice.
I'm sure.
That's
Smart.
good. They've heard most of my dirt.
Yeah. I
just-
have some good service industry confessions. I haven't said in a long time, but we'll see.
That's because you got a real job, man.
No. I'm not talking about this job. I'm talking about when I worked in the food industry.
Oh no, I know, but I still wouldn't. You have a real job now, man. No, you got to pretend like you were always
I'm a good
up
dude.
and up. Yeah.
All
On
the
the up
time.
and up.
No, there's records.
I'm totally never going to get a bartending job now because I crop dusted a regular.
Or you might get one real quick. They're
I
like,
know.
hey.
That's the kind of conviction we need.
We need that. That was dedication to my craft.
You didn't just snap and punch that dude. Come and work for us.
I'm curious about these like chain restaurants where their job is to be assholes.
Oh, yeah,
right,
Dick's.
like Dick's.
Like Dick's Last Resort.
How does that work?
And how do I get a job there? Just kidding.
I feel like those people are already dead inside.
Yeah, their
They're
souls are dead.
As dead gets, you know.
I've looked into those places. Actually, they hire mainly actors. They want you to have already a disposition and character made for when you're coming in. Waiting tables is kind of secondary.
Have you ever been to one of those places?
To the character that you create.
Fun.
I went to Dick's Last Resort, and the guy walks up. He goes, I'm going to take your order. I'm going to take it in the order that I want to, and you're not going to cut or add anything. You're going to eat it just like it says on the menu. And he's like, any questions? And the guy's like, where's the bathroom at? And he goes, oh, apparently you can't read. There's a sign there that says 2P, and it was a 2 and a P. That's where it's at. Anyway, what do you want? You know?
But
you could get a 40 at Dick's Last Resort. You can get 40s, and they bring them out in a little like wash tub looking metal bucket with ice.
Yeah.
I was like, finally, someone gets me.
I went to Dick's Last Resort with a bachelorette party.
Oh, the worst idea ever.
Oh my god! And they just kept calling me Boobs McGee. Like and the guy was like, yeah, just so you know, like nobody notices anything about you except for your tits. And I was like,
that's pretty awful.
I was like, okay, wow. Yeah, they weren't kidding about you being a jerk. All right.
What happens when you sue that place?
I don't think you can.
They're like, that's what we do.
Because you're kind of signing up for that when you walk in.
That's our shtick, you know?
I would be uncomfortable in that setting.
Yeah.
That's like going to
Would
sushi
you?
and complaining about having raw fish. Is this fish raw?
Right,
Where the hell do you think you were at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the customer is like, "Oh, that was great."
Yeah, thank you for.
And then as a single tear, like trails down my cheek. They just sitting there roasting me.
$2.
I think we kind of brought it upon ourselves though, because we were drunk as hell because it was bachelorette party, and we also told
better
them.
Than that.
Oh yeah, I know better, and we kind of told him like, abuse us as much as you want, like be horrible, we can take it.
So, question: as a comedian, what is the worst group that comes to a comedy show?
Oh God.
Bachelorette party.
And the best part about a bachelorette party as a comedian is that they come in and they're wearing little crowns and little sashes.
Or
and they're
dicks
like,
all over them.
yeah, and they're like, look at us, we're getting married.
This
blah,
is
blah,
special.
blah.
This is
we're
special.
so special. And then they'll be obnoxious. And when you say something to them, I'm like, you're drawing attention to yourself. You clearly want me to notice you. And you're at a comedy show. I'm going to notice you and I'm going to make fun of you because that's my job. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, you're getting married. You're getting married? That's
Roast
so
the
great.
bride. Come
I
on.
literally always tell my divorce jokes. I'm like, oh, you're getting married? How great. Let me tell you about how horrible my marriage was. Good luck, though.
Yeah.
Don't do it, girl.
All right. Let's put a pin there. Because Billy's ran to the bathroom. So let's take a break. We're at the break time already.
Perfect.
That went by quick.
It went
Man.
real fast.
When I said that all new music, everybody's a pussy. Totally meant that.
Totally meant that.
Just saying. Get a little bit of a harder edge. Let's bring that hard edge back.
Hard edge.
Let's celebrate bands that you know.
Yeah, come on, guys. I literally throw myself against shit sometimes for a living.
He does. Just saying.
It's okay to be rough at a show.
So you're all dressed up. Do you have a show tonight?
No, I'm just going to Boise. This is called I haven't done laundry in 3 weeks. This is all I have left.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I get that sometimes.
Plus, I wanted to, these earrings are pretty awesome. So I was like, it'll go. Plus, I have no clean pants.
I have on shorts and a t-shirt because I'm going to a beach party after this. So,
nice.
So I'm, that's how I roll here. That's why we're doing an early show. So these two guys are also going.
Yeah. Definitely going to the beach party. Mm-hmm. Except I don't own shorts because I'm an adult.
I'm an adult.
Right?
I could listen to you talk like a drunk girl all day.
Oh, me? Yeah, I love my drunk girl.
Guys, like, seriously?
Guys.
It's just weird.
Guys. I practiced that for a joke, and now it's a staple.
I was drinking Robitussin before we left the house.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. Bitch.
I need Fireball right now.
So, do you have any shows coming up?
I do, actually. On August 7th, I'm really excited about this. I can say it in drunk girl voice, but on August 7th, I will be at O'Neill's. I believe it starts at 9 p.m., but
Which
the
O'Neill's?
headliner, the one in Nob Hill, thank you. And the headliner's name is Josh Cox. And that feels like a beautiful, wonderful gift from.
Cox.
Apparently that's his legal name. I'm gonna ID him, but it feels like a beautiful, wonderful gift from the comedy gods because I am literally not gonna talk about like the first 2 minutes of my set are just gonna be like how much I want to marry him so I can be Holly Cox.
Nice.
I'm just gonna marry him for the name and then I'll divorce him.
Cox.
Hollyann Cox.
That's a good one. That's
so
a
good.
really good porn name.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's okay, porn name.
Hollyann Cox?
Hollyann Cox?
I don't know, man. Well, we'll
she
come
likes
out.
the Cox.
We'll talk about better ones after the break. We'll tease that. August 4th, we will be live with the Potential Problems podcast at the Hemp Fiesta.
I love them.
Wait, when is this? Next weekend?
Yes. August 4th.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been on the calendar.
Okay.
I think that's all we have live coming up, I believe. Am I wrong there? Yeah. James is filming Midnight Texas right now, so keep an eye out on season 2.
My mom loves that show.
Probably, I think we're shooting for fall release, but hopefully like a spring, so we have more time to work on it.
Yeah. Billy, do you have any shows coming up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like I had a show last weekend at Winning, and I totally forgot about that show until like the day before.
Oh no!
And so I played it. It was fine. It was actually neat playing in front of people I've never played for before.
Oh, nice.
And then I think we're just gearing up. I know it's early, but Night of Living cover bands is a thing. And
I thought you said 9/11 cover band.
9/11 cover band. I'm very excited.
All right.
That's
it's just a sound show.
I'm very excited for Night of the Living cover bands.
I thought you said 9/11 cover bands. That's totally what it sounded like. I was all.
We could make that a show too.
It's just a noise show.
We need harder rock. That's what you were just talking about.
Too soon. It's been a long time.
It'll
guys.
always be
17 years. Pete Davidson's all grown up. That's fucked up, but
I'm on a web series Snatchers that should be coming out here in the next couple months.
Yeah.
So look out for that when I get a more exact date.
Cool. And then for the break, we're going to do Slow Start Records, some of their music. Definitely check them out. We definitely drink. We do the show. We go to our website, tendrinkminimum.com. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/tendrink. Learn English if you want to learn English from our show. There's a reason I say that. I'll tease that for the second hour. But definitely drink. We definitely drink. We do the show. You should drink as well. But always remember,
never get too drunk to jerk. tendrinkminimum.com.
I don't care anything about you and me anymore. I'm over it, I'll do my own thing. I don't care if I ever impress you anymore. I'm over it, I'll go my own way. 'Cause tonight I'll sleep fine. These choices are all mine. And at night I sleep fine. These choices, I'm over it, I'll do my own thing. I don't care if I never ever move you with words anymore. I'm over it, I'll say what I say. I don't care anything about how I'm viewed anymore. I'm over it, I'll go my own way. 'Cause tonight I'll sleep fine with choices that are all mine. And at night I sleep fine. These choices, I'm over it, I'll do my own thing.
I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
All right. Oh, Billy's here.
Yay!
I do love those.
That just brings Billy's, like, you just see the joy on his face.
Look at
Can you guys see it?
him.
Oh, you guys can't see it. Sorry.
Oh.
That makes me. You know what? I was actually thinking, like, as you know, a representation of me, you should have that little cutout of like a black silhouette behind in the green screen, and just put Billy.
It's all. When I was touched by the lady, and it's all the voice is all jacked.
I would love that if you. I'll see if I can make one and just like a little JPEG. But anyway,
I want to talk about why I teased someone about watch our show to learn English.
Yeah, I saw that post. I've been on the Facebook.
So
this
a
weekend.
coworker of mine from Brazil. Apparently, it's a country in South America, and they play soccer, something. Anyway, he's like, "Hey, my wife has been watching your show a lot." And I go, "Oh, does she like it?" And he goes, "Yeah, she's using it to learn English."
Oh, I will teach all the bad words.
And I'm like, and he's like, "Can you do me a favor? Can you use bigger words on your show?"
And you make fun of me for using bigger words.
And I feel bad because, like, I've hung out with him and his wife, and I just talk to her like normal. So then basically, when I'm talking to her, she's just like going, and she doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Oh, poor thing.
Aww.
But I didn't know that. Now I do. I feel bad now.
Now you do.
We took her to a baseball game and we were trying to explain it. It's very difficult to explain it to someone who's never watched it before ever.
Oh yeah, baseball.
Why is he throwing that ball at him? That's what you do. Then he tries to hit it.
With the stick.
Then he runs around those bases and tries to get home.
I tried to get into baseball because it's like, you know.
Like you tried to like be the first woman baseball player?
No.
Oh.
I just tried to understand why people love it so much. Because I'm a huge hockey fan, I'm a huge football fan, and baseball is like watching grass grow to me.
What?
I can't get into it. Like, I like going to the actual game where you're like singing and you're drinking beer and that's fun.
That makes sense. Every baseball game I've been here, I've thrown up on someone.
That's Billy, though. When I watch baseball with him, I'm like, oh, wow, look, here's what's going on here.
Oh, yeah.
And there's so much more going on that you just don't really know.
Okay, so if you're a baseball, let me ask you this, because I just had this talk with my best friend. So what I don't get is, like, how long baseball is. Like, why is it like there's no...
Why is it 9 innings?
No, but sometimes
why is
the innings...
good? Why does the grass grow? It just does.
It's 9 innings.
Why are trees good? I don't know.
It's 9 innings, but sometimes an inning can last forever, and then sometimes an inning is, not long at all. I don't know.
It's 3 runs, right?
Well, yeah. If you want to get 3 outs, and sometimes that takes a long time.
Oh, okay.
And a longer inning means the team that's batting is good.
Oh.
Or the team that's on defense sucks.
Okay.
There's no time limit to it.
See, I don't know. I'm trying to get better about it.
They are trying to do... Now, here's really where I'm going to get into some of the meat of what's going wrong with baseball. I mean, don't get me wrong here. But they are trying to, do a pitch clock. Much like in basketball, there's a shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to an Isotopes game now, and it's funny, I've actually pointed this out to a lot of people who've never noticed it. For the last 2 seasons, they've been trying out the pitch clock in the minor leagues.
Oh.
So the pitchers have, and I don't know exactly the rules of it because it's not something that they really throw it out there because they're trying it out. But I believe like between pitches, you have 20 seconds to reset on the mound, so that the game goes faster.
Okay, I'm not against that.
Yeah,
I'm not against that either. The only thing I really know about baseball is that there's no crying in it.
Oh well, no.
That's
what
I love. A League of Their Own.
There's no crying.
There's no crying in baseball.
I love that. That's a great line. I'm glad you know that one.
Oh, I love that movie. That's one of my all-time favorite movies of all time ever.
I would say all my favorite sports movies are baseball, except for Hoosiers.
Oh.
There's not a lot of good basketball ones, but there's a lot more good baseball sports movies than any other sport.
There's that football movie with Sandra Bullock that makes me cry every time.
The Blind Side, and the dude who it's about hates it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Absolutely hates it. Michael Orr or whatever.
Yeah.
I know because Yahoo tells me all the time on a sponsored link. Why Michael Orr hates The Blind Side.
And he's like, he got cut, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like not even in the...
I think he still plays. I think he's still in the pros.
I don't know.
For the CFL.
But that movie really makes it seem like white people are just amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, white people, for adopting this black child and making him good at making him play football.
I just like a good tearjerker.
Yeah.
Just
Rich
every now and then.
white people could solve all the problems.
Yeah. Okay, now I hate that movie.
Of all the pores.
Now I hate that movie.
Right.
Great.
Oh, I like Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
That's a good film.
That's a good movie.
Again, about golf. Not many good golf movies, but Tin Cup and...
I mean, as far as sports go, I enjoy golfing.
Really?
Okay. Would you go play?
Yeah, if I still had, I think I still have a set of golf clubs.
Okay. I would
storage.
like to play. You should play. I would fucking love to play.
It would have been
golf
really
with
funny. It's like, yeah, I think I got those little sticks you swing.
Those things?
I know. I was going to say, do you have golf sticks?
Yeah. I would love, because Josh also wants to play. Another person I would love to go play golf with.
That's just the white and
That would be that would be the most motley golf.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, would you guys teach me how to golf?
Oh, I would teach you.
I mean,
we'd have to get a cart though.
The one time I played golf was for like a charity thing. I used to work with the James Douglas show, and they had the after party.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
Okay. I was thinking of like somebody from like the 70s. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Dick Cavett show.
Yes.
John Lennon was on the other night. It was great. Did you guys see that?
I'm ageless. I
Yes.
worked on a
Wait,
show
who's this
70s.
guy? What's his
The
name?
James Douglas
James
show.
Douglas show. They used to be a band.
Oh, okay.
You remember the guy from Breaking Bad when he had that late show?
Yeah, Stephen Michael
Stevens-
Quesada.
Oh, his band?
Yeah.
The guy
No,
with the big...
it wasn't his band, but he had like a late night show.
And the band was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they had like a charity golf thing, and I tried golfing and hit myself in the face with the golf
Nice.
stick. So
Wow.
One of the weirdest things that happens. So I was one of those kids growing up. I thought golf was the dumbest fucking sport of all time. I played basketball, I played baseball, I played football. So then I my friends in college were like, well, let's go play golf, and they taught me. The weirdest thing is it is so hard. It is the hardest sport I've ever played in my entire life. But once you you could have a bad day where you hit terribly all day, and you hit the ball one time really good, and you're like, that was badass.
Oh.
And you think about it, it like sticks in your head all day. So then you watch like golf will be on TV. You see some dude chip it from 40 yards, and it like hits the green, rolls backwards right by the hole, and you're like, oh, that guy's good. You all of a sudden like you get it, and you're like, why would that person that was like, why would people watch golf? All of a sudden understands
gets it.
why someone would. You're like, fuck yeah! It's like in chess. You're like,
Also,
ooh.
why Happy Gilmore makes a lot of sense. So, that's how I feel, actually. I hate golf, but it's fun somehow.
It is, because you just like we went out and hit golf balls about a month ago, Josh and I hadn't hit balls in a good 5-6 years, and I'm older. I have more patience now, and I was so much better at hitting golf balls.
Yeah, because you need the patience. I think what's attractive to me about golf, like now that I'm getting older,
It's those pants.
it's the pants. It's the little hats with the little fuzzy balls.
Nice.
But I've been kind of curious about it because I need to find something where I'm not thinking about all the things I need to do. Does that make sense?
You will fucking have to think about
'Cause you can't.
swinging in a circle.
Yeah. And that's, you know what?
So you don't murder everyone on the course.
Right.
Why can't I get this?
And also, like, concentrating on not hitting myself in the face with the golf stick. But I think it just looks attractive to me now because I have so much going on and so much in my brain all the time that I just want something where, like, it's chill, I get to drink. That's also very attractive. Drinking is a part of the sport.
So let me tell you, let me do a little advertisement for people who didn't pay us. There's a golf course over here off Gibson, Puerta del Sol, I think is the name of it. They have a thing where you can go for $10. You get a bucket of balls and a tall boy.
What?
Yeah.
We should all go do that.
Is it like a range?
I have 2 sets of clothes. Yeah.
So you just...
Well, I mean, they have a course as well, but you can go just hit golf balls on the range for $10 and a beer. And let's all not forget about the Top Golf that is coming here. Top Golf is amazing.
What is Top Golf? I don't know
what is Top. It's like What's Positive Traction? No, I'm just kidding.
It's like Dave and Buster's, but golf
for golf. So it's like I went to the one at the Colony in Dallas. It is a multi-level driving range. So it's probably on like a whole acre. So it's 3 levels, and then they have it all fenced in, and then out away from the tri-level is like these big targets in the ground, and when you hit the ball out there, it'll go in them, and it goes probably down into some thing where the balls all get collected. So they don't have like a cart dude or whatever. They do, because the ones that don't go into that thing. But so how it works is you go, you get a card, kind of like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
And then they give you a bay.
Okay.
And
like a girlfriend?
Yeah. B-A-Y. So
like a girlfriend?
At your bay, they have a table, chairs, there's like a touchscreen television, and then the place where you can hit balls. You can order dinner, like they have a full menu. You can order pitchers of beer. Every level has its own bar.
Oh.
And once you like pick the game you want to play, you pay for it, there's clubs right there, and you grab a club and you walk over, and there's a sensor, and you swipe your club in front of it, and a ball shoots out, and you drive balls, and you play like there's different games you can compete against each other at. Totally fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's a blast, yeah.
You know, as much as golf has been absent culturally in the Navajos, Nota Begay is the most story or treasured athlete we have.
Oh, big time, man!
Really?
He's huge. Yeah, him and Tiger Woods went to Stanford together.
Oh wow!
They're buddies. They would drink together. Yeah, Nota Begay.
It just, the more I think about it, and it's weird because when I was younger, my dad loves golf, or when I was younger, he loved golf as a professional thing, because, like, he works for the government, and they, I guess they talk shop out at the golf range or whatever.
That's right. There's no microphones out there.
Yeah. That's
you gotta go out and be like, all right, well, now that we're alone.
Right. Here's what's happening. Hit
gotta
this
get
ball,
rid of
drink some
Kennedy.
beer.
It's the one sport. There's a pro tour for young athletes and old. There's the senior tour, like you still tour and you still compete, like at an old age. So when you're an old man and you need to go play sports, you can't really go out and play like the softball. Like people play softball like crazy. I feel like there's like a real, like craze for that.
Leagues.
But I mean, when you get up to like 50 years old,
that's not possible.
you're really not running the bases and blasting balls and there's I'm sure there are. Everybody's gonna be like, bullshit, my dad, blah blah. I get it, but like when you're an old man, you can get a cart. They have like little carts you can push. It is definitely a sport that they have made it to where the older generation can just keep on playing.
They can keep on going.
Yeah, and it's a sport you don't have to play against other people if you don't really want to. You can play against yourself.
Yep.
Right. It's like a challenge against yourself to be better every time.
See, I only know about all this because I grew up in the South and the predominant port. Okay, there's golf.
Yep.
There's bowling.
Yes.
Yeah. There's fishing.
Yes.
That's what you do down there. That's it. That's why I know all those things. I know how to fish. I know how to bowl. I know how to golf.
I feel like bowling has always been that sport where it's like, it's fun to go.
Yeah.
But you don't really, like, when you were, I mean, now it's not a big deal, but when you were in, like, high school, you're not, like, telling your friend, we went bowling on Friday, but it's like, nerd.
Also, you can drink at all three of those.
Yes.
No problem.
Right.
Fishing, drinking. Golfing, drinking.
Also, Kingpin.
Bowling.
I love that it's great to be among all these fine athletes, and they show them they're all fat and all eating fried food. And you can eat fried food and be badass at it.
Yeah, but I just got to pull it that way.
The other one's like poker. Like, they have the World Poker Tour,
I like poker. Poker's fun.
I remember when it was, like, in its heyday. Its heyday was, like, 2004. Right?
Oh, yeah.
When it was on every channel,
everything,
and like all my friends were into it. They're all, come on, man, we got to go to the casino. We got to practice.
Yeah,
Did you guys see that they have cornhole competitions on TV now?
I saw this on ESPN, like you or whatever.
Yeah, and they are sponsored exclusively by sausage companies. I thought that was hilarious. They like put sausage in that cornhole.
So that goes to tell you, like when they had the Winter Olympics, the one sport, I said this before and I'll say it again, the one sport I watch in the Winter Olympics and I go, yeah, I could do that, curling.
Oh yeah, curling.
And they even show, like, they were making fun of it, like they were showing like the curling, one of the ladies, like her husband was just drinking a beer on the side, and they're like, yeah, that seems about right. Like, you're eating a big pretzel, and then you go to do your turn.
It was funny how
you can do curling at our rink up here.
We can.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And play hockey if you want.
Well, yeah, hockey. I knew that.
But that's really hardcore, where you get smashed into the boards and your
I
pelvis
love
cracks
hockey.
And,
I love hockey. Like, I love when people get bloody. They get so
Yeah.
angry at each other. I just love really aggro sports.
It's the one sport.
I would never play it, but
No, fuck, I would. So, I grew up skating.
okay.
I was a skater. I like, if we go to the roller rink right now, it'll take me about 10 minutes, and I'll skate rings around most people.
Wow.
I'm really good. And even for a big guy, that's the other thing, is I'm a good skater, and I'm a real big guy. So when I was in college, I'd never played hockey in my entire life. I watched it. So then in college, we started playing roller hockey, my friends and I.
Oh.
And we would go to a rink. and we'd buy sticks and we'd buy pads. I used to have pads. I used to have full-on pads.
Wow.
And I smoked everybody.
Wow.
Because I could outskate everybody. And it was so natural to me. And I was like, fuck. Why was I not born in Minnesota?
Right.
Wisconsin. Or North Dakota.
So my best friend, Crystal, I think she's watching.
Yeah.
She grew up in Texas, and they had hockey at her high school, and she played hockey. She learned how to play hockey when she was a kid.
I'm jealous.
And she was on like the hockey team, but they didn't have a girls hockey team, so they fought. I guess they got like I don't know the whole story. It's not my story, so I don't know. But this
is not her story.
This is not my story. But they got rid of the girls hockey team or something like that, and they fought to play on the boys team.
Fucking A.
In the boys league. Yeah. And what ended up happening was...
Is it like a street fight?
I mean, yeah,
what is
absolutely.
Hockey?
They were fighting.
It is hockey.
They like punched people. I don't know. But so what ended up happening was the boys on the other team were targeting their girl players.
Oh, absolutely.
And they were tackling that, and they were going really hard at them. And she ended up breaking her back.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Is she like paralyzed?
She's not paralyzed. She could have been, and thank goodness she's not. This was years before I met her, and she's a wonderful human. But like, I heard that story, and I was like, that is the most feminist shit I've ever heard in my entire life. We need to be best friends. And
nice.
I think that's what did it, you know? I just was like, I get you, girl.
What amazes me about hockey is hockey seems very bulletproof.
Right.
Like, you have the NFL right now, and everybody's like, oh, these concussions.
Concussions we can't. You know, they're getting
killing
Alzheimer's.
People. They're causing Alzheimer's. And it's like changed football forever.
Yes, absolutely.
And if someone's like, well, I don't really think it's changed, go watch the ESPN 30 for 30 85 Chicago Bears.
Yes.
And you are going to be like, oh my God. That they tackled the quarterback, picked him back up, and then slammed him down a second time. And you're like, oh my God. Like, they just fuck people up. So hockey, like the other day we were talking about it, like, and someone's like, well, what about boxing? I was like, if we're going to worry about CTE in boxing, we might as well ban the sport at that point, because I mean, it's a given, right?
Well, also, I mean, if you look at the history of boxing, it's gone down, you know, from like 18 rounds to 15 rounds, 12 rounds, because people would die in the ring.
The bigger the gloves, and
bigger gloves.
The weirder thing is like people like talk about MMA as like being like more of a blood sport. It's actually statistically safer than boxing.
Oh yeah,
because boxing has the 10 count. MMA, if like the other guy seems like he's like cannot protect himself, they stop the fight like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
his eyes rolled back.
Speaking of that, UFC legend Stephan Bonnar,
yes,
going to be at the next DWO Wrestling.
He is. Yes,
did you see that?
I did see that.
I was blown away. I was like, what the fuck? This is a guy that had to have a tooth surgically removed from his fist.
Yes.
You know.
Wow. Okay, so it's officially, I just learned something about myself on the show today. I love aggro sports.
You do.
I am a huge football fan. Yeah. I'm more into college football than I am NFL.
I'm the opposite.
And then I love like hockey because they punch each other and they jab each other and there's blood on the ice.
Who's your favorite team?
So this is
hockey?
Yeah.
Hockey, so this is a great story.
Don't say the Dallas Stars.
No.
Okay.
I'm an Avs fan, and there's a story behind it.
Second worst.
So I know, but there's a story behind it. So I got into hockey because of an ex, all right? And he was a huge Red Wings fan.
The Detroit Red Wings.
Yes. And at the time, the Red Wings and the Avs had a huge, like, rivalry. And so
because of Patrick Waugh.
Yeah. And so when we broke up, I became a diehard Avs fan.
Oh.
And now I'm just a diehard Avs fan for spite.
You know that, right?
Huh?
You could have went to the Blackhawks.
I could have gone to the Blackhawks. And the thing is that I saw the Blackhawks play, and I was right at the glass too, and it was amazing. Oh, so good.
Roenick is my hero. Roenick is God, for all those who don't know.
Who is your team?
So I was a big Chicago Blackhawks fan, but I was really a big Jeremy Roenick fan.
Okay.
And then when Jeremy Roenick went to the Phoenix Coyotes, I went to Phoenix to see Jeremy Roenick play, and also ended up meeting him. And it was one of those things where, like, we worshipped Jeremy Roenick. I learned about hockey from a little game called NHL 94 on the Sega Genesis. They put it in the movie Swingers. You've never seen it. But I was really scared to meet him, and he turned out to be one of the fucking nicest people I've ever met. He was
love those stories.
Cool. But I would say nowadays, I haven't watched hockey in years, and I've paid attention to it recently, and I really dig the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
I know. Okay.
How amazing is that story?
I kind of want to be a Las Vegas Golden Knights
I might just
fan.
go for it.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Because I love their story. I just think they're great.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Their general manager how the fuck does that guy not? He didn't get it. How does he not get general manager of the year?
I don't know.
In the fuck?
I don't know. But
do you know the story, James? You're just looking at us wide-eyed.
That's because you're talking about sport.
Okay, well, let me explain it to you. So they were an expansion team in Las Vegas this last season. So before the season, when they make them an expansion team, they have no players, right? Okay. So imagine if they made an expansion team here. We don't already have players here. So what they have to do is they tell all the NHL teams, you can protect up to 15 players per team. It was some number like that. I can't remember. And then they did a draft amongst all the teams where Las Vegas could pick players, from them. Of course, you're going to pick your top 15 players to be safe, right? So so usually the expansion teams are supposed to just fill a roster so they have a team.
Yeah.
For the first couple years. This fucking general manager moneyballed it. He was like, all right, we want a player that is this good, so who's on a team that's not protected that is good at stick handling? Boom, this guy. And who's good at slap shot? That guy. And they made it to the Stanley Cup in their inaugural season.
Yep.
they lost.
It's insane.
But it was fucking insane. It was like, what the hell?
Insane.
It was like the worst thing that could happen in NHL.
It was, but I now want to be a fan of theirs. I want all their gear. I want to go to their games.
Yeah.
Just the whole story.
He just picked people that were like at the end of their career that could have just one good season probably.
Yep.
And boom, they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. They were the last. They lost to the Washington Capitals in the Stanley Cup. Which here's where hockey is kind of creeping back into my heart. So Washington Capitals win.
Yes.
You have Alex Ovechkin, who came from Russia or one of those Russian countries. He was like highly touted. He was going to be one of the next like Gretzky or whatever. You'll like this story. So constantly they lose to the Pittsburgh Penguins, to Sid Crosby, Sid the Kid. They always get beat. They're underachieving, blah, blah, blah. Finally they win it, and this fucking guy goes on a bender of all benders.
Yeah.
He like there's like a Twitter history of him drunk everywhere. And he's like sleeping with the Stanley Cup in his bed. He's like eating sushi hungover and drinking. And it is amazing. You can look up Alex Ovechkin bender, and it is off the charts amazing. And like people, like all these people with pictures of him, and you could tell he's wasted.
See, that I can get behind.
Yeah. And I was like, and he was just like, this was just like to him. He's like, I want to keep this feeling going as long as I can. And I mean, it was like a week long bender. It was fantastic.
It was amazing. It was a bender. It was like
of
a historic. Yes, it was amazing. I'm like, I just want to be Ovechkin level bender.
Drunk. Yes.
I need one of those benders. Although this year for my birthday week, so I was born March 14th. So like the week of St. Patrick's Day, I had also lost my job. It was my 30th birthday. It was crazy. I went on a pretty good bender.
Nice.
It was almost Ovechkin level benders. It was crazy. I was just drunk all day, every day.
Is Alexander Ovechkin's bender the best time anyone had with the Stanley Cup?
Yes, absolutely. I think he should win an award.
This is fucking it's very well done. Like they talk about it on the morning shows. They're like, Oh, there's more pictures from on Twitter of Alexander Ovechkin. They were spotted at this place drunk.
His bender was so good. Like, I'm a hockey fan, but also I'm a really big fan of drunks.
Oh man,
because I'm a drunk, and I'm just like, yes.
Well, there's like the sad man again. Oh, and then there's like oh, that guy.
Oh, that guy. Look at this guy. I like to look at the positive side of it. I think he was just having the time of his life.
Vice Sports, we are so here for Alexander Ovechkin's post-Stanley Cup bender.
You think he had the best time of his life, but you know who had a better time?
Who?
Any given juggalo.
Oh, they always have fun.
See, like, they're just not afraid to live life
they
all
go,
the
whoop,
time.
Whoop, all the time. They're just whooping it, you know? That's like the mating call of juggalos. Whoop, whoop.
I love that people drink out of the Stanley Cup because people have peed in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, it's fine. I'm sure they clean it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he threw out a first pitch in one of the games. Wasted.
Wasted. Totally wasted. Everything about Ovechkin. It made me just a big fan of his because I'm like, not as
he turned into like a little kid that could drink.
Yeah. Like, not even as a hockey player, just as a drunk. I am a huge fan of his.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm a big fan. So you got fired. How long was the bender?
It was
Whoa, did you get fired?
Well, no, I didn't get fired.
You got fired on your day off?
I quit during karaoke and flipped the whole bar off.
I saw the pictures.
The day before my birthday. I was
showing the pictures.
Oh, you were showing the pictures.
I was.
That's good.
I was. So I just wanted you to know that.
There's video. There's everything. It was the day before my birthday. I was supposed to have like this huge like roast there. It was a mess. The whole situation was a mess. And it was my favorite job that I've ever had in my entire life. And I kind of had a little bit of a meltdown.
Yeah.
And so I would say the bender was about 3 weeks long.
Nice.
But it helped that it was my birthday week. So I kept using that as an excuse. Like, I just turned 30, bitches. Like, I'm going to get drunk. And boy, did I. I got real drunk a lot. I broke bones that week.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that was the one.
That was the week, yeah. And I really, really questioned whether I had a problem that week.
Huh.
Because I was just like, I would wake up and be like, I need wine.
I'm going to say this. Sometimes in life, you've got to take it to the edge just to see how far it goes. And how far, and then whenever you hit that edge, you go, all right. I'm done. I got burned. My wing,
It's kind of
close to the sun.
Just peek over the edge and see what's over there, and be like, "No, it's good. I'm gonna go back."
I had a lot of fun, and you know what?
Are so quaint.
It's so quaint.
I've leapt over the edge so many times.
Well, I think also it was like a culmination. It was like a culmination of a lot of things, and I think 30 for me was like it was meaningful for me this year. Like, I turned 30. I had survived, like, a lot of stuff. I went through a divorce. I went through all this stuff leading up to my 20s were kind of shitty. And so I was like, you know what? For my 30th birthday, I'm going to have as much fun as I can possibly have no matter what. And I did.
Why not?
And now I have tons of memories. I made new friends during my bender. It was great. I have no regrets. I'm kind of glad, though, that a lot of it was not documented.
Well, and I find that the birthday is one of those days where you get a pass, literally, for everything. They'd be like, oh, my God, that she's throwing up on the table. And you're like, it's her birthday.
It's her birthday. Just
all right,
let her
just
do
get her
it.
out of here. Just get her out of here.
So when I get super drunk, I do this thing called starfishing, where I lay out on the floor like a starfish. Okay. Like there are a lot of pictures of me just in a star, and I made all my friends do that at Launchpad. That is not a floor you want to lay on.
No.
Right?
But I was drunk.
There's not a bar in the world that I want to lay on the floor of.
I do it all the time. And my best friend she handles it really well, because bartenders will be like, is she okay? She's like, oh yeah, she does this. She's a comedian. This is her brand.
It's her birthday. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Even when it's not my birthday, she'll just be like, this is her brand. And then she'll be like, bitch, get up. They're going to cut you off. and then I pull it together.
Nice. Like, no, I'm all right. I'm good.
I'm good. It's just this is my brand. I need to do this.
That's when you're drunk. When the words "I am all right" is one word. I'm right.
I'm right.
I'm right.
I'm good. Everything's fine.
I'm right. Get away.
You know, I think the point I really realized that I could probably be an actor was when I was pretending to be my friend who was on like, this is what my friend looks like on heroin, and then they kicked me out of the bar. I'm like, no, seriously, I'm fine. I was pretending. It's like, yeah, whatever, fucked up dude.
I'm right.
I was like, I had 2 drinks, and like, yeah, whatever. We know what heroin addicts look like. Wow, I could do this.
Besides comedy, my other talent is talking like I'm not drunk when I'm wasted.
Right.
So Hallie noticed this one day.
I'm that as well, because everybody always goes, "You're not even drunk," and I go, "Oh, I'm wasted."
Oh, I'm wasted. I'm totally wasted.
I'm pretty good at it.
So Hallie witnessed this. I went on a radio show to promote a comedy show like a few weeks ago or a month ago or something. I got so drunk that I said some things that I should not have said. I got quoted on Facebook. It was terrible. And I go over to Hallie's house and literally was fall down drunk, horrible. I get on the phone to call somebody, and she was like, man, maybe you shouldn't call them because you sound really drunk. And then as soon as they answered, I was like, hello, this is Holly. And she was like, how did you do that? Like, I'm drunk level expert. That's how I did that.
I can hold my shit.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
I can handle it. I'm a grown-ass lady.
I'm a grown lady.
I'm a grown-ass lady. It's 9 p.m. and I am wasted.
Oh, well, cool. Let's drink some brandy. Ha! No.
No, thank you.
That's my weakness.
Brandy?
Well, I black out on brandy.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll be making out with a girl, fall asleep, standing up on brandy. Poison, just poison.
Poison.
It's like my chloroform. See, it happened to me like 3 times.
Wow.
So it's not like one time thing.
So you know this is a thing that can.
So I can hold my shit, except brandy. Except
brandy, I can't handle.
They put it on a rag and they're all, brandy.
Now brandy is something like you have to drink by itself, right? It's not something you mix with.
I mix it with Dr. Pepper, which is stupid because it tastes really good.
I used to make a drink that was with apple brandy and like apple cider, and that was dangerous because you couldn't taste the brandy
black
at
out
all.
Standing up, making out with somebody.
That's kind of impressive, though. I'm impressed by that story.
And it was the same girl. Her ego got punched like 3 times.
Dang.
No more brandy for you.
Yeah.
If ever I see you with brandy, I'll just chop
I don't.
out of your hand.
Yeah.
You're like,
there's certain alcohols. Brandy's never like. This is one of the first times I've talked about this publicly. Like everybody knows about the tequila thing where I can't really have tequila, but brandy, it's there too. You know.
I learned that Scotch and that's not good.
Oh, I can do that one.
Our brand of choice for the show in general, is Jaeger.
Jägermeister. I found out we have some fans that were like, hey, you guys like Jägermeister? That's what my friends and I drink. And I go, well, I like your friends now. You don't like Jägermeister?
It's not that I don't like Jägermeister. I think I talked last week about my dad told me it's devil's piss, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But I love Jägermeister.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Jägermeister, you are a friend of mine.
Yeah. It makes me dance on bars. That's how you know I'm super wasted.
Salt and lime? No, I don't think that works.
No.
So you don't mix Jaeger with anything, do you?
I can't imagine that.
I do Jaeger bombs sometimes.
Sorry, yes you do. Jaeger bombs.
And Jaeger bombs is where I literally...
I need that clip. Jaeger bombs. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs.
Yes.
No. You ever see that video? He's all walking and he's like, excuse me, sir, you have to sign in. Not now, chief. I'm in the zone. He just keeps walking. I'll have to show you that after the show.
Jaeger bombs are the only reason I got kicked out of a bar.
Let's look this up here.
Because I danced on a bar because INXS was playing, and I got on the bar, and then the bartender was like, Holly, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And I was like, Coyote Ugly,
Duh, we don't drink water here.
And he was that's not a reason. You need to get down. And I was like, I am getting down.
So here we go. 18 Jägermeister cocktail and drink recipes.
Oh, God.
Number 1, classic Jägermeister shot.
That's right.
Classic.
That counts as one drink?
I guess.
Yes.
Dang.
It's
Dang.
Ooh.
What would you call it?
This one's called a Jägermeister Rudy.
Ooh. I don't know.
1 part Jägermeister.
All right.
1 part bitter.
Gross.
And a hoppy beer.
Oh.
Might be good, actually.
Yeah.
I don't.
You came with a comeback.
It says a crowning moment. Simply top off your Jägermeister shot with a beer cap. While the two will mix naturally, the beer head will form a mousse on top, creating a crown to admire and appreciate.
Inside your stomach.
Yeah, right. Jägermeister After Dark.
Oh, God.
Half part dark chocolate liqueur, 1 part Jägermeister. Is this just like add chocolate to Jägermeister and add lime juice? You know?
It might be chocolate liqueur.
Here we go. Here's an actual drink.
Yeah, these are all people who apparently don't like Jägermeister.
This one's called a Jaeger Ginger.
Okay.
1.5 parts Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Quarter lime. 1 to 2 slices of cucumber. Ice cold ginger beer to taste, and ice cubes.
It's an actual mixed drink, but this all just sounds like people who are trying to fuck up how Jaeger tastes.
Just take a shot of Jaeger.
I love how
drop
Jaeger
it in
tastes.
some Red Bull.
Okay.
If you want to completely lose your mind.
Yes.
1.5 Jaeger energy drink. 1.5 parts Jägermeister. 1 can energy drink. Ice cubes, lemon or lime zest.
That's a Jaeger bomb.
With extra shit.
Yeah, that's a Jaeger bomb, except not as a mixed drink.
I love this one. Jaeger tonic. 2 parts Jägermeister, tonic water.
I've had that before, but that's not that bad.
That doesn't
Just
sound...
makes it fizzy. That's it, right?
The redhead. 1/3 part Jägermeister. 1/3 part peach schnapps.
Oh yes, I've had this.
1/3 part cranberry juice.
Is it
I've
good?
had this. That one's pretty good. Except we call a redheaded slut.
Wow.
Here.
Yes,
Okay.
redheaded
Okay.
slut. Yes. Okay.
Black sunset.
Okay.
1.5 parts Jägermeister. 1 part Blackbeard spiced rum. That sounds disgusting.
Oh.
2 parts pineapple juice.
No, I'm allergic to that. Can't do it.
2 points. That's.
I feel like I just talk about allergies on this show.
California Surfer. 1.5 parts
I've had that.
Jägermeister. 1.5 parts coconut rum. 5 parts pineapple juice.
Oh no, I haven't had
Imagine
that.
pineapple juice and Jägermeister
No,
together.
I used to have a regular that would drink Jaeger, like a double shot of Jaeger with just pineapple juice.
Yikes!
What?
A Jaeger Mary.
Oh no,
Ooh,
1.5
no!
parts
I draw the
Jägermeister
line.
and Bloody Mary
No.
mix.
I draw the line there.
Oh.
Gross. That makes my hungover self just
That just
want
made
to.
your rib break.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh.
What if you
Frost.
chased milk with your Jägermeister?
Liver
Milk?
Sir,
Milk?
would you like cottage cheese and Jaeger?
Oh, would you like some
Oh,
yogurt?
hold on, let me pour it in.
That might be good. I might.
Maybe a Jaeger float,
Right?
Jaegerita.
like with ice cream.
How about Jaegerita?
Oh no.
No.
Huh?
See, I don't
Do you
like.
mix tequila with that? That
No.
sounds terrible. It
No.
sounds like a terrible idea.
2 parts Jägermeister, 1/2 part Contrao, 1 part sour mix.
Ugh.
Yeah. See, I don't think Jaeger goes well with citrus.
No.
Agreed.
I think it's just fine by itself.
I call this list, how do you throw up at the end of the night? Just
Yeah.
mix all this shit with Jägermeister.
How to have the worst hangover of your life.
Okay, the only thing on there that that sounded good and that I've actually had is the redheaded slut.
This one sounds interesting.
Okay.
It's called a Jaeger Barrel.
Okay.
2 parts Jägermeister, root beer.
Oh, that would
might
probably
work.
be good.
that one.
I'm kind of like,
Ooh, and if you add
That
ice
one might
cream to
work.
that,
ooh.
That one might work.
That's a refreshing afternoon beverage
Yes.
in the sun.
Right there. Okay.
next time I'm on, I'm bringing stuff to make Jaeger floats.
I fucking love Jaeger.
All right. So we've only found 2 recipes that sounded like they were going to make you just gag and fall over.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, next time I come here, I'm bringing stuff to make Jaeger floats.
That doesn't sound that bad.
Tiki
honestly.
Meister.
Oh, I don't-
1.5 parts Jägermeister.
Ugh.
1/2 part ginger liqueur. 1/2 part Appleton Estate Reserve rum.
Ugh.
I always hate
I've
when
had
they,
that.
okay. I always hate when there's a drink to be made and there's a name brand liquor involved.
Oh yeah, that's
what
what
they have to make it with.
Well, Appleton Estate Rum is from Puerto Rico. It's kind of difficult to get in the States, but you can replace it with any other Puerto Rican rum.
Can I have another beer just in case?
was
All
Puerto Ricans.
I don't know. I just like Jägermeister cold.
Yeah,
Like I like my women.
cold and icy.
Cold it hurts.
Cold and by
I
themselves.
just really don't understand because I would enjoy shots better
Yeah.
if they were all cold.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what's not a good cold shot.
Yeah,
No, I
where,
think you're
where,
right.
There's
where are you
not
going
a
that
shot
doesn't,
that would be
that
bad
doesn't
cold.
shake your shots for you?
What do you mean? Like
What he's saying is like they put ice, they put the drink and then they shake it and then they pour it into
and
the
then you
shot
pour it
glass.
in the
oh,
shot
I've
glass.
never had
Most
that happen
places.
before.
Most places.
Really? I would
Heathens.
always do it.
No, somebody who just it's like, hey, I want a shot of this, and just pour it straight from the bar.
I've
Gross.
done that, but like I used to love to just take my time to be like, you know what? This is gonna be really gross if it's warm.
What's
Let
the
me
drink?
shake that up for you.
What's the drink when someone orders it? You go, good God.
Oh, okay.
Liquid marijuana.
I have a.
Can you want mine first?
Yes.
Sure.
Pineapple upside down cake.
Yes.
Ugh.
I used to hate it. So I love making craft cocktails. Like
Sure.
that's
But there's
fun.
craft cocktails and then there's bullshit. You just turn
Yeah.
21 cocktails.
And the thing that used to drive me crazy is you would see that I would have a line of people and then you would ask for something stupid and I'm like, can you not right
Fuck
now?
off right now.
But the worst one, you always know somebody's 21 when they're like, can I get like the Long Island iced tea thing? And it's fine. Like, I don't mind making them. But you know when it's like the 21-year-old that's never drank before,
But-
that it's going to be a disaster.
To be fair, with the 21-year-old ordering the Long Island iced tea, you could just go, dun, 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 here you go, fuck off.
Yeah, but you
'Cause
know,
they don't fucking know.
I know it's going to be a problem later, is what I'm
Oh, they're
saying.
gonna be
Oh,
drunk
yeah.
You know
as
what I mean?
shit, yeah.
Or the liquid marijuana, or
Three Wise Men.
any of those, Tokyo tea,
Ugh.
any of that stuff. It's like it's not really a pain in the butt to make.
Mhm.
It's just that you know it's going to be a pain in the ass later. Like they're
If
just
you're-
going to be assholes.
Note to new drinkers. If you go to the bartender and you ask for a drink and they don't know what it is, don't fucking order it and make them make it because it's going to suck.
Yeah, it's going to be
If
rough.
they go, I can make it, just tell me what's in it. No.
No,
No.
no.
I bartended for like a decade,
Yeah.
and I never learned what was in it. I just learned what color liquid marijuana
Yeah.
was. I'm like, this is what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Sweet booze, have fun
Yeah,
with it.
Have fun.
Hungover ass.
You're going to throw up because...
so
or
old-fashioned-
cosmopolitan.
Cosmo. I
Oh,
thought
what?
Cosmos was
People
there.
would throw up on those. I love them.
I love
Yeah.
Cosmos.
I love
I do too, I was gonna
Cosmos.
say.
They taste really good, right? But if you have somebody who's like inexperienced, they're very easy to go down. They'll drink
yeah.
a lot of them. All that sugar is gonna make them nauseous. They're gonna throw up.
I'll say when you get older, you'll like old fashioned. That's a
Yes.
good drink to get.
I love making.
What's another
old-fashions.
good one?
Manhattans.
Manhattan.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Manhattans. As
I like a good martini.
Yeah.
I like
Gibson.
I like a dirty. So I like my vodka
Gin and
martini.
tonic.
Ooh, gin and tonic.
If it's made right.
I only like one gin, and that is by, and this isn't even a plug, but there's a place here called Left Turn Distillery.
Yeah.
That is the only gin I enjoy.
Really? Okay.
Because I'm not a big fan of gin.
I like theirs, and I like Broken Trout. Both of them make good gin.
Oh, I haven't tried theirs.
They make good gin too.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't like gin generally, and I like theirs. But my martinis are usually like vodka martinis, and
Yeah.
I call them slutty.
Yeah.
Because I like them not dirty, but like literally slutty.
I'll say this.
So that'd be.
When people
I know the
talk
ratio
about-
for that. Yeah.
When people talk about like acquired taste, like
Yeah.
beer, some people it's an acquired taste. Gin is an absolute
Yes.
acquired taste.
Absolutely.
And once you've acquired it and you've had a good gin and tonic, you're like, you crave them every once in a while. But if you have a bad gin and tonic, bleh.
Bleh.
You're like, I just feel like I drank a liquid air freshener, you know?
Yeah.
I worked.
Because if it's bad
Pine.
bad gin is awful.
Yeah.
It tastes
I'm-
like pine sol or
I'm
something.
gonna give a plug because there's something. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You're frothing
I worked in the liquor industry for a long time.
What?
Yeah.
And I would always tell people the one thing you can't like chintz out on, the one thing you can't go cheap on is gin.
Yeah.
Like you can get like a cheap vodka and it'll still be like, yeah, I can cover that
Absolutely.
up. There's nothing you can do with a bad
No.
gin. You'd be like, that's poison.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
One thing that like lately I've seen it lately, and it's kind of becoming a trend because of the heat. But I'm gonna just call out one place specifically because I'm such a fan right now, and I've never been a fan of these drinks before until the fucking hot outside. So Bar Uno downtown.
Uh-huh.
We walk in on a Tuesday night because we're gonna go to the movies, and the guy behind the counter, the little bald guy,
Oh yeah.
that fun guy, he's all wearing a Hawaiian shirt. He's all Tiki Tuesdays, man. He's like announcing it to us, and we're like, okay. And he goes, on Tuesdays, man, I'm gonna have a zombie, a Mai Tai,
Ooh.
and what's the? Oh God, I can't ever remember the third
Pina
one.
colada?
No.
Not that?
And then he goes, but then every other week I'm gonna alternate between
Ooh.
a banana pina colada and And he has like in blended drinks. I've never been a fan. But then it's like hot outside. You're like, this is like perfect. I actually like Mai Tais, but they are a pain in the ass to make.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can make a sick Mai Tai.
Yeah.
There's several different styles you can do, but yeah, I mean, you got to know what
And
you're
if
doing.
you make them right, they're delicious. I wish I could have them, but I'm allergic to pineapple, which sucks because it didn't happen until I was like 18 or something. And my favorite thing in the whole world is pineapple upside down cake. Not the drink, the actual
The
cake.
actual cake, yeah.
And then also like pineapple fruity drinks. I wish I could have like a Mai Tai.
like a
Because
real good one.
if they're
with-
made right-
with the dark rum flow
Yes.
and 3 different rums.
Oh, and that's the thing.
yeah,
He doesn't use a mix on those. He
Yeah,
makes
no.
those scratch. And I'm like, dude, mixes are trash. most of the
Mixes
time.
are lame.
Dude,
They-
I've made you Mai Tais before, man.
You have.
Yeah.
I
I
like a good
love
Mai
that
Tai.
bartender, by the way,
He's
at
a good dude,
Bar Uno.
yeah.
He's kind of a grumpy bartender, like, and I don't say that as like a mean thing because I am also kind of a grump. He's a
Curmudgeon is the
curmudgeon.
word, yeah, and I like that about him.
He cuts me off so often.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, well,
Like talking or drinking?
both. But he, the last time I went into Bar Uno, so sometimes after Bozy here on Sundays,
Oh, yeah.
at the open mic, the comedians will walk over to Bar Uno.
That's quite the walk.
It is. It's usually because
Let's
we're
walk off our beer drinking.
Yeah, let's walk off our beer drinking and go drink more beer. And the last time I went in there, I wasn't even that drunk. Like, I had one beer at Bozy, and I, like, tripped or, like, fumbled, and I spilled my Elephants on Parade all over.
Oh, and he's like, well, you're done.
He's like, and you're done. You're not getting any more. And I was like,
But he does it
okay.
in a funny way.
Yeah, like, he's not mean.
Yeah.
But I swear, every time I go in there, he's just like, "Oh God, here we go, this girl."
Like he's all, you're done.
I love him though. I love when he's working.
You're like, all right.
Okay,
Sweet.
I'll still hang out because you're cool.
With that, I think we're done. We're at 2 hours.
Okay.
We've done enough damage to the podcast landscape. People are like, ugh, this shit again. JK.
They love
LOL.
us.
Love me.
They're like, why did they have
Um,
that weird girl on again?
For around.
All I can think about now is how I can like do a pina colada without.
Pina
No, not a pina
colada.
colada. How
A
to do
Mai
Mai
Tai?
Tai without pineapple? I'm like, there's got to
Trying to
be
think
a
what the
way.
It has to
it's
be
a
a way.
zombie. It's a zombie Mai Tai, and what's the other tropical drink?
You're the one that was talking about it.
I don't know.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there?
Anyway, I always forget, and then he says them. I'm all right on. It's Tiki Tuesdays at Bar Uno. Good place.
I'll have to go check that.
Go
out.
get some tacos, then go there,
Yeah, that
then
sounds
lay
so
down
good.
for a while.
Take a
'Cause
nap.
You've done you've done too much excess. So we're gonna end the show. Thanks, Holly Ann Bird, for coming on again.
Thank you for having me.
You are welcome anytime or all the time.
I would
whichever you
love to be
prefer.
here all the time.
Well, we voted on it. One said no.
Was
You
it
have to guess
Billy?
which one.
Was it Billy?
No, we did not vote on it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I was like,
That was good.
oh, I was feeling like this was working out or something, but okay.
And then like I was like, I can't say who. I just did. I'm kidding. No, absolutely. If you want to come back every week, that's totally fine with us.
I would like. Would you guys like that if I came back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Absolutely.
I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, thanks.
I guess. Don't expect the PBR. I'm just kidding.
I'll bring my own PBR.
Expect the PBR, probably. Yes. The White Claws, a little on the expensive side, but they're fun. I like the White Claw.
You were all loving those White Claws.
Dude, I'm still up in them White Claws. They want to give us a sponsorship. I have nothing. People are like, you guys. Someone last week was like, I bet I could drink 12 of those.
Oh, that was Phil. That was my dear friend Phil.
And I was like, yeah, and then pee your pants in front of everybody.
Throw up.
Embarrass yourself. Now then, who's a jackass then?
Who's jackass now, bro?
Yeah, we're pretty experienced drinkers, and after
I was kind of buzzed. I was pretty buzzed after last week.
I was really buzzed.
I
was trying to write the show notes, and I was like, "Who's on the show today?" Just kidding. Absolutely. Do you have anything to promote at the end?
August 7th, I'll be at O'Neill's in Nob Hill.
Can you say it, white girl?
Okay. On August 7th, I'll be at O'Neill's Nob Hill telling jokes and stuff with this guy named Josh Cox.
Bring your bridal showers.
Please, bachelorette parties for sure.
Parties. You got it, girl. Heather, woo!
And then, of course, my Instagram at Hollybird Comedy.
There you go.
And my Facebook, Hollybird.
Dang. We have a show August 4th at Balloon Fiesta Park, Hemp Fiesta with the Potential Problems podcast. I said that in the best radio voice I probably could.
I will make it there this year.
James missed it last year.
One of the only shows I've ever missed.
Should we talk about how we're going to sneak in alcohol this year like we did last year?
Oh, I sneak alcohol in. Well, I'll tell you guys off air so they don't search me.
Yeah. Oh, I have one story to tell.
Okay.
This is the final story of the show. So we're getting ready for 48-hour film festival. I picked James up at like 7:30 in the morning.
Yes, I just had enough time to get home from work and take a shower.
So we get to the place, of course, early because I'm always I'm on timer early. And one of the persons there, and then this other lady shows up, and she's got like donuts and burritos and all this stuff. She looks over at James. She goes, "Look at you, drinking water, hydrating. That's good." And I look over. It's 8 in the morning. James is drinking the New Mexico film water, which is vodka.
Yes.
And I go, "Oh, yeah, that's not water." And she goes, "What?" And I go, "Well, there's water in it, but it's vodka."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, you're drinking vodka at 8 in the morning?" I go, "To be fair, he worked from 7 a.m. to 7, so it's really not the morning for him. He just got off work." She's like, "Oh, all right." So I took this picture of James drinking New Mexico film water, about to do acting, and then I did the close-up shot next to it of the New Mexico film water. So it's the elusive New Mexico film water in action.
I actually chugged the Mexico film water thinking it was water.
On accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all good water.
Oh my god!
What the heck?
That's not a fun surprise.
What is the vodka usually?
Well, I work on a budget, so whatever the cheapest is.
Okay, so burn your
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, Dark Eyes.
Nice. It's on the handle for $10.99.
Right?
Svedka. We should just take Smiley to Costco once a month and just get the big bottle.
The Costco alcohols are good though.
And cheap.
And cheap.
Have you seen the big bottle of vodkas they have?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the 1.75 liters.
It is, and it's like the one of them is Grey Goose, but like they filter it like one time less, so they can't call it Grey Goose.
Oh man,
and then,
I have a story for next time about Costco vodka. Real bad.
Nice.
Real bad.
Thank you guys for listening and watching. We are
10 Drink Minimum.